All right, I'm here today to show you the differences between the old Google Calendar and the new one. Some of you may have seen a little pop-up that had you switch over to the new calendar. I'm going to go ahead and click on that to change over now. If you chose not to, this is how you do it. So there's this little blue button when you're in your calendar. It says use new calendar. So I click on it, then go to upgrade now. In here, you'll notice the look is a little bit different. A lot of the things are going to be the same, but it does have a little bit different color style to it. So looking in this, some of the new features that they have added, just by clicking on some of these events once, you can see the details of them. So you can see the date, you can see the guests, and you can get a full list of them right here, all in this menu without having to go actually into the event. So that's a new thing. You can also quickly add new events. So you can click in the space and it'll open up an editing menu that's a little more friendly and has a little more options than before. And then if you want to do all the options, you can click on the more options and get more stuff even than that. Another thing that you can do is you can click and drag, so you get multiple days in that event, which is, I think, a new feature as well. So just some more options for quickly adding new events. There are also some new view options. So if you're looking at, you want to look at a different time or date or whatever, it might be helpful to have a year. So you want to scoot forward and see what's in July, or you want to see a schedule. I think there's been something like this before, but for those of you that didn't know, if you just want to see your events and not the calendar view, this is a great place to look. They've got 4 days. They've also got some other things down on the bottom. So if you want to hide the weekends because you're only worried about what's going on during the school days, you can click this off and then it'll only show weekends, or only show weekdays. And this one, if you've declined events and you don't want to see them, then they will go away if you turn that off as well. I'm going to go back to my normal, I like the month view. Other things, when you're looking in, we'll actually go to week view. When you're looking in week view, you can see the different events. So events that you have agreed to, they're going to show up in a solid color. Things that you've answered maybe to, you'll see diagonal lines across it. I don't have any in this little calendar here. If you haven't replied, you'll see an outline, kind of like this one and this one. They've got outlines around them. And then if you said no, you'll see the outline, but the event will be crossed out, so it'll have an X through it. You can customize your calendar. So if we come up to this little gear, you can change the density and color. So I could change to different styles and different color sets. So if you wanted different colors, I can go back to the classic colors or stick with modern colors. Not a lot of options yet, but I would guess that they'll add more as it goes along. If you wanted to switch back, you can also do that for now, at least. At a certain point, they might make it to where you have to stay switched over to the new, but for now, you can click the back to classic calendar and it'll let you go there. If you have any questions, please send me an email, Aaron_Tallman@sumnersd.org.